We have Canon's latest Powershot SX510 HS. Now it's an upgradation of last year's SX500 IS from IS to HS. So this guy comes with a brand new sensor, CMOS sensor, replacing last year's CCD sensor, and then this guy also comes with built-in Wi-Fi. Let's start by telling you what's in the box. So you see it's a pretty compact box for a 30x system. You get a 4GB SD card free inside. The new MRP 18,000, but you'd get it for about 15,800 odd on Flipkart or on Amazon.in. On Amazon.com in US, this guy is selling for about $190, which is really should be a value for money for a 30x system any day. So the SX510 HS is kind of an entry level or low end high zoom camera. You see that 12.1 megapixel CMOS sensor, BSI backside illuminated. You have DZIC, which is the older one, 24 to 700 odd mm 30x optical zoom plus 30x digital zoom, so combined it's like a 60x zoom plus is what Canon tells it. And that's your 3-inch LCD. It's not touchscreen, nothing much on all these sides. So let's quickly check out what's in the box. You have the warranty card and the service center list, and then your quick start guide, power cord, then your adapter, you have your solder strap there, then you have the 1060 mAh battery, 4GB free card right here. Note that you might not get this free in all market, I'm talking about India here. And that then the very compact SX510 HS here. Looks almost pocketable sans the fixed zoom here. The SX510 HS is a very compact system. At only 350 grams, it's also very light. It's not exactly pocketable because you have this high zoom lens sticking out there. It's not removable, of course, as in the case of most of the point and shoot high zoom cameras. The body is all plastic. Then you have glass and patches of rubber here. This feels very comfortable and gives a very nice hold when you're shooting with one hand, and you definitely need it with a 30x optical zoom. Very compact system. There you see, we like the lens cap also, it's attached, so you won't forget it in a hurry. So let's talk about the controls and stuff. So in front you of course have the 30x optical zoom, the lens. It's Canon's own lens, Canon Zoom Next 30x IS. There you see that means image stabilization. So it has optical image stabilization, that's fine, 4.3 till 129 mm, which comes to about 24 till 720 or 700 odd mm in 35 mm equivalent. Not a very fast lens. The maximum aperture is 3.4, 12.1 megapixel, 1 by 2.3 inch sensor size, BSI CMOS sensor, 30x optical zoom, full HD recording at 24 fps max. You have this one touch button to live hunt or autofocus, or it'll keep hunting when you have in continuous autofocus mode. It also kind of suddenly brings you to a full mode. Like I'm gonna show you what it does and you'll understand a little better. On top you have the shutter release button here, and then the zoom lever, your power button, mode dial. Then you have your stereo mics here, then the flash, which should be pulled up manually. There is no flash popping up button here, and of course you have your autofocus assist lamp, and then the rubber grip, eyelets for your lanyard. This side you have the speakers, this side you have space for your data transfer, and then HDMI out, so no external mic out or no headphone jack out. Of course we didn't expect this at this price point. Behind you have the 3-inch LCD. This is not a touch screen. Yeah, we can see here. Yeah, so this is not exactly touchscreen. You have a one-touch video recording button, and then the exposure compensation scale, which also doubles as delete in playback mode. Playback button. Yeah, then you have the dial here with ISO and flash modes, and your self timer modes, and the autofocus modes here when you press this. Quick function selection, I want to show you all this. Then your display selection, and then menu button. Below you have the tripod mount and space for your SD card and the battery. So all in all, a pretty compact, although I wouldn't say this is very rugged, but the lens might break if you drop it from a good height. But overall, yeah, we like the weight and the dimension of the product. Let's check out the user interface of the 510 HS. Now, we're very impressed with how smooth the UI is, and how smooth with the buttons and moving around the UI elements here. So first you have the display. You can change the display mode, only 2 modes here. Yeah. So that's your playback mode, you see. Then your exposure compensation scale, and I'm of course in the full manual mode, so most of the options would be activated. You can set your ISO here, it goes all the way up to 3200. You don't get an auto option because I'm in full manual mode, but let's say if you're in the aperture priority mode, then you would get a auto option there, see. And then when you raise the flash here, you would get a flash mode option. I'm in manual, so when I'm in aperture priority, you get a lot of options there, see. Slow Shinko or on. Yeah. Then you have your focus, manual focus, normal autofocus, or macro mode there. Then your self timer, 10 minute, 2 minute. You can also customize this in setting. You can also toggle through various menu items by just moving this one, yeah, or pressing up or down. Then let's check out the main menu now. You have 2 parts, one is setting and one is the shooting menu. So autofocus, framing is center, or face detection, auto frame size, I'm in still mode of course, and digital zoom off. And I'm gonna just run you through some of the settings here. And then the system settings. So it will retract after 1 minute or of moving to the playback mode. In economy mode, basically your LCD switches down much quicker when you're not shooting. See? So about in half a minute, I would say. Yeah, so that's your economy mode, and then I'm gonna quickly power saving and format. Video system NTSC or PAL. You have Wi-Fi settings, language and stuff. Yeah. Apart from the menu, you also get the function sets. For example, you have your metering options. Yeah, evaluative, center weighted, or spot metering, and then you have colors, vivid and sepia and all those stuffs. And then white balance, exposure, flash output, sorry. Then your drive mode, single shot, single shot continuous, and then single shot autofocus. In autofocus it goes up to about 1.5 fps, and in continuous goes up to about 3 fps. It's quite low really. You see 12 MP max. If you want to shoot in 16:9, it would go down to 9 MP. 16:9 is your widescreen mode. Then recording pixels, super fine, or basically uncompressed, and then you have full HD movie quality. So it shoots full HD in 24 fps, then HD and VGA. It also has a 240 fps WVGA mode when you go here. Yeah, you can set the movie to a super slow motion, and when you set this, you can see it's, not sure if you can see it there, see 240p. It also shoots 120 frame per second in VGA mode, so which is quite fast. Now let's talk about the modes quickly. You have your full manual mode, of course, and then aperture priority, your shutter priority, program mode, a live view control mode, and then your full automatic mode, movie digest, where it like kind of for that particular folder, for that particular amount of time, it'll click all the pictures and it will make a movie to give you a summary of how the day went. You have a portrait mode, fisheye effect, and a discrete mode where all sounds become mute so that your subject don't get disturbed, or they don't come to know that you're shooting them. Let's say for example when you're shooting wildlife or in sensitive areas. And that's I just shown you. Yeah, so those are about the modes mainly. It's nice, you can rotate it both way, no lock, you can rotate it endlessly. So that's about the user interface. Although it's not touchscreen, but then moving around the UI elements and all buttons give very nice tactile feedback, so it's a breeze to use the user interface. Let's show you what this button does mainly. Is that, let's say when you're zooming in, yeah, and you have a live you're live tracking a subject and you want to know where in the frame it went, just press this button and it basically shows you which part of the tool frame you're concentrating on. So you can go here and then this part, that way. The Powershot 510 HS generally takes very detailed photos under enough light. Do not stress the 12 MP sensor though much, because when you go above 100% crop, the details are missing, and at that point the camera shake would be apparent because you're after all hand holding the camera. Saturation and hue are natural, and the Canon camera does not overdo it. However, the IS system is magical, and even when you're shooting at 30x optical zoom, the stabilization is great. The lens, however, shows a significant amount of chromatic aberration all over the frame basically, and it shows slight keystoning but not significant, no barrel distortion and no pincushion distortion when you shoot it at 30x, and you go even couple it with the digital zoom to go even beyond that. Under enough light, the detail level dips significantly, mainly because of the low res sensor. However, it's still decent, and but then the image stabilization system suffers a lot due to the low light, and I'm sure the autofocus system hunts for focus a lot, and the detail level both at the telephoto end as well as at the wide end dips. Now at 30x under low light, the stabilization is sadly missing. However, 30x is not a joke, and when you see this image here, you see still I could read the text out there, and it's did not go haywire. Now that's actually a very good image stabilization system at this price point. So whether you should buy the Canon SX510 HS, let's first talk about the good things. So this guy is very compact and light. That's one of the very good thing for a 30x system. You got a long zoom but such a light system that you can carry anywhere and you don't feel the weight, which is very important. It's also value for money. It's quite cheap at $190 or about 50,800, 15,900 rupees, and it has a brand new sensor, CMOS sensor, 1.1 by 2.3 inch, which is an upgradation, a huge upgradation from the CCD system of last year's 500 IS. It also comes with built-in Wi-Fi, so definitely it's much better, or a major upgrade I would say, from last year's SX500 IS. However, it has its close competitor in the form of Nikon's L820, which has a 16 MP CMOS sensor, which has a much higher resolution LCD here, a wider maximum aperture at about f by 3.0, slightly wider lens, takes 3D shots as well, has a built-in panorama. This does not have a built-in panorama, and also cost about the same, slightly more than this guy. Also on a Flipkart or Amazon.in I found it for about 16,300, and it cost about $200 on Amazon.com. So specs by specs, and even in terms of quality, I think the Nikon L820 actually wins over it. The only thing I think, not only thing, two major thing that this guy has advantages over the Nikon is it has a built-in Wi-Fi, the Nikon doesn't, and this guy is very light. So it's up to you to decide what you want, basically the situations that you're on. If you'd like to quickly share your photos, you cannot wait till you get back to your home. I know you might want to consider this, but for all other reasons, maybe the weight does not matter much, because even the Nikon is not significantly heavier than this. For every other reason, I would say the Nikon L820 makes a better proposition. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask any related questions, and we'll try to answer those. If you keep getting this regular updates, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.